So today I'm going to show you the exact secret that we use to book the cheapest cabins on cruises. Now, Lisa's gone out and she's told me not to reveal this secret, but I don't care. I'm going in and we're going to book a cruise and we'll surprise her when she gets back. But we need to make sure that it's the cheapest price that we can possibly get. I will take you through the step-by-step guide that we use. Sounds good, doesn't it? Come on then. We think people massively overpay for cruises. So today I'm going to book one live and we'll show you how we get the best prices here at Travelling Light. Welcome to Travelling Light's headquarters. This is where the magic happens. Now, normally it's Lisa that books the cruises and she's told me don't reveal our secrets. However, today she's out. So I'm going to show you exactly the process that Lisa uses to get the best deals on cruises. Shh, don't say I told you anything. The starting point is, what are your parameters? Do you want to go on a particular ship? Do you want to go on a particular destination cruise? Do you want to book a particular type of cabin? Now, if you wanted to book a cabin type that was in very high demand, maybe an accessible cabin, I would probably suggest that you booked that well in advance when the cruise first comes out. However, if you're like us and you're pretty much happy with anything, you can remain a little bit more flexible. Now, the parameters for us is that our daughter is currently in New Zealand and she's coming back over for a month in April. And we thought we'd take 1 week for us just to nip away. We don't want to go for too long, so we want 1 week in April. We don't want a fly cruise, so we want to go from Southampton probably. So we're going to look at what's available and our sort of go-to website. And it doesn't matter which website you use. We go to Igloo because we like the way that their website works. And there's a few little things you can do on their website that we do like. So let's go there now and we will show you exactly how we search for the deals. So here we are, Igloo. We want to go in April, 6 to 7 nights. Not too bothered where we're going. So let's see what we've got. Search that. That has brought back loads of stuff. So you can search down here and you can go for your cruise type. So if we'd have wanted a fly cruise, we could have gone there. So actually we're after a no fly cruise. We're going to go for an inside cabin because we normally do, and we want to go from Southampton. So look at April. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so first off, most popular, Spain and France from Southampton on Iona. So that's going to Bilbao, La Coruña, Vigo and Cherbourg. Now we've not been on Iona for a while. Last time was during COVID, so that might be an option. But this is the filter that we really like to use. Now, if you look here, this is most popular. But on this drop-down list, you've got best value. So let's see if this is coming in as a good value cruise. Oh yeah, so that's top of the best value cruise. So that's not too bad. What else have we got? Britannia. Been on Britannia a couple of times. Not that keen on it. She hasn't got the wraparound prom deck. Definitely prefer Iona. What was the date again? 25th of April. That would work for us because we want to stay away from Easter as far as possible. Norwegian fjords. Oh, you see, we love the fjords, but I sometimes think that P&O do, these 7-night ones are quite boring in terms of the destinations that they visit. We like to go a little bit higher up and more into the fjords themselves. There is a little bit of scenic cruising on that one, but we've done Norway quite a bit. So again, yeah, it's the same sort of ports, Haugesund, Stavanger, Arvia. Okay, so I think it's going to be this one. So it's coming out at £602 per person. We'll go into this, view the details. Because sometimes when you click through, the price changes and it can go up and it can go down as well. So the price on the front isn't necessarily the price that you will see here. So let's check availability. 2 people. Do we have a Peninsula Club number? We do, but I'm not going to put it in at the moment. Right, so outside cabins have sold out. Inside cabins, 602. That's the one that we're going to go for. Now, this is an interesting thing. The Select Fare and the Saver Fare. The Saver Fare, your cabin will be allocated for you, and it could be anywhere. The Select Fare, if you pay an extra £70 per person, there are sometimes some perks bundled in with this, such as free car parking, you might get coach transfers, you might get additional cruise credit. So always worth seeing what the benefits are. So free onboard spend, choice of your cabin number, choice of dining time and table size. Well, on Iona, that's not really a benefit because it's freedom dining, so ignore that one. Flexibility to change your booking, that's fine. Additional promotional offers, complimentary use of shuttle buses in port where provided, meals, entertainment and accommodation. Well, you get your meals, entertainment and accommodation on the Saver Fare. So let's have a look and see what our options are. So we can either have free coach transfers or a free onboard spend. How much is that going to be? £60 per cabin. So for £70 per person, we can have £30 each additional onboard spend. I don't think that that's going to be particularly attractive. If it had been the parking, I might have gone for that. You will find though that the parking does tend to go quite quickly. So that's fine. That's the one that we're going to go for. We've seen its best value and all the rest of it. However, can we get it cheaper anywhere else? And this is where we go and check a few other sites, and I'll do that now. But the interesting thing will be the site that I checked last will always be the site that's most interesting, because it will show us if we have booked that cabin at the right time, if it's been cheaper in the past, or if we think it's going to get cheaper in the future. So wait around and I'll show you that then. But I'm just going to check on a few other websites just to see what the prices are. So first off, I am going to check on Cruise 118. Now, we're not sponsored by any of these people that I'm checking with, so we're looking at Iona. Okay, so on Cruise 118, that's coming up at £600 per person, but we need to go in and just check that that's going to be right. So £600 on that. Let's try Cruise Nation now. So we're going to set the specific day on this search. There she is. Apply that filter. £601. The prices are so close together, I'd book with anyone. We've booked with Cruise Nation, we've booked with Igloo before, and we've booked direct with P&O. So on that point, let's check with P&O direct to see what the price is over there. Here we go, P&O. Which ship we are going on? Iona. Which month? We're looking at April. Right, we weren't going to do the fjords. Fjords, Spain and France, 7 nights. £619 per person. Okay, so a little bit more expensive on P&O booking it direct, but I know a lot of people do like to book direct with the cruise company, and that's absolutely fine. For the sake of 20 quid, just do it. The good thing about going onto the website of the cruise company is you've probably got a little bit more information about the cruise and all about the flavour of where things are going. They can put a bit more detail into it. So it's always worth just double checking to see where it is that you're going and a little bit perhaps about the destinations that you're off to. Now, we've been to Bilbao, but it's Getxo, and we've not been there. So we might spend a bit of time in that place. So that's good. Yeah, I'm quite excited about this. Right, now I promised that we were going to have a look to check that the price is the best that it has been. So let's take a look at that now. And there's a couple of things that we need to check. So firstly, I'll go back to Cruise Nation, and if we view the deal in here, we can now see the price insight for the inside cabins. So, where are we? So the most expensive that this has been is £688, and the lowest it's been is £533. And actually, this was £533 yesterday, and now the average daily price is £573, but at the moment it's £601. So do you know what? I'm not going to book today. I'm going to double check on the P&O website to see what the availability is like. And if there's lots of inside cabins still left, I'm going to hold fire. I'm not going to surprise Lisa when she gets back. So let's have a look and see, because that's quite a big difference, isn't it? That's £533, and now it's gone up to £601 on Cruise Nation. So that's a big difference. That's 140 quid. So I'm not gonna throw money down the drain just by booking it now. So let's check back on the P&O website to see what the availability is like. And now this is another little trick that we use, because if there's not much availability, it might be that the price is just going to go and skyrocket, and you might think, do you know what? There's not much availability. It's not going to go down. I am going to book. So this is just a double check, fail safe. So let us see what it says. So we'll go into book now. We're not going to book. We will continue inside cabin, view the fares. Now, when we get to this screen, normally we'd book the saver fare unless there was something on the select price that we wanted to do, or we really wanted to pick a cabin in a particular location. So what we're going to do is we're not going to click on the saver fare, we're going to click on the select price, because that allows you to choose your own cabin and you can see what the cabin availability is like. So let's go into book now. We're not going to go all inclusive or the classic package or the deluxe package as it is now on P&O. I honestly think it's a waste of money for us, and we'll probably talk about that if we do go on this cruise. Right, extra benefits. Do we want the return coach to Southampton or the £60 on board spending money? Well, if we were going, we would choose the £60. Let me choose my cabin. Now, this is where it gets interesting. So we'll go from the bottom, deck 4, and anything that's in green, you can see there's availability. Deck 4, there is tons of availability for inside cabins. Deck 5, still lots of availability for inside cabins. Deck 9, some availability for inside cabins. I don't think there's as many on deck 9. No, deck 10, there's a few there. Deck 11, yeah, a few on deck 11. Deck 12, yeah, a few on deck 12. Deck 14, deck 15, yeah, there's a bunch available on deck 15. So I think what I've learned from looking at this is there is no danger of them selling out particularly quickly. So that reinforces my decision that I'm just going to wait. What we've started to do now is we are using AI just to check that we've made the right decision on that. So I'm going to go and ask ChatGPT about this particular deal, whether it thinks it's likely to come down, what its current price is at the moment, just to see whether I'm making the right decision or whether we should actually book it. So, okay, so AI says it can find it cheaper. So it's cheaper on Cruise Kings. So let's have a quick look at the Cruise Kings website. Hold on a second. It's now saying it's £609. Never trust AI. Right, sorry Cruise Kings. And there is a cheaper late saver showing £534 per person on Planet Cruise. Now let's see if they can do better than Cruise Kings. What? This is in euros? Let me check. 747 euros. 747 euros in pounds is £645 in sterling. So again, that's not cheaper Never trust AI completely. So, no, AI, you can't find it cheaper than £600. Right, so we'll forget that. But what availability is telling us from current cabin data, the cheapest inside grade, which is a PF, is still available, and several higher inside grades are also available, but some are sold out or limited. So there is availability, but the cheapest price band is already under pressure. So, case for waiting. You might save £50 to £100 if P&O run a promotion, or they need to fill cabins later. Right, once the PF chat cabins sell out, there will be an instant £50 to £100 jump. We are already near the historical floor of £550 to £600. Biggest risk, not missing £20 cheaper, but missing the £589 band completely. Okay, so AI says £600 is a solid and sensible price. So it gives a little bit of reassurance for you if you're booking. £589 is the current real floor price, so only 11 quid off. Is it worth booking? Shall we wait? Oh, I don't know. No, I think I'm still going to hold out. I think seeing all those green availabilities has made me think I am going to hold out. So, in a nutshell, that is what we do. We choose a website that we're comfortable looking on, that we're familiar with, and we will search on that. And for us, that's Igloo. We'll then check another few websites. We'll go on to Cruise Nation to look at the graph. So that's the price insight for an inside cabin. So we think it will probably come down a little bit because that's been the floor there. But what if we'd have chosen a balcony cabin? Let's have a look at that. Oh, wow. Look at this. So the lowest for a balcony cabin was £649 back in January. So early January looks as if it was a really good time to book an inside cabin and to book a balcony. But now, 17th, 18th of March, it's up to £775. So that's over £100, £125 more at the moment. So it looks like the availability might be quite limited on the balconies. If I was looking to balcony, I'd be checking this on the P&O website. But it's very interesting, depending on which cabin grade you go for. Inside cabins, I think it's starting to get near the bottom again. But the balcony cabins, you're not getting such a good deal. I love this graph on Cruise Nation. And like I said, we're not sponsored by any of these people. But if you just want to double check to see if you are booking at the lowest price, this is absolute gold. This will be our big travelling life tip to take away from this video. What about suites? Ooh, actually, 21st of December, you'd get a suite for below £1,000 per person. And at the moment, that's been fairly consistently low, and we're looking at £1,018. And that's down from a high of £1,163. So if we wanted to book a suite, now would be a good time to book a suite. So I feel a bit flat now. I was going to book this and surprise Lisa, but no, I'm going to wait. And to be fair, I think Lisa would be proud of me. If you want to see any more cruise content, you might like to watch this video. Thanks for watching. Bye.